Hello, everyone. It is so good to see you today on this Tuesday. I know you probably have heard lots of adults talking about Election Day, and that is just a very fancy name for voting. You actually have already done voting in your classroom or at home. It's such things as choices as would you rather jump or would you rather sit? You can vote with your friends, and whoever has more wins the vote. So let's say only 2 people chose to sit, but 3 people chose to jump in the vote, 3 would win. So, anyway, I thought it would be really fun today to read a book about voting, and it has monsters, and you'll have a craft to go along with it. So, this is called Monster Needs Your Vote. And this is just pretend because we know monsters aren't real and we know they can't vote. That would be so silly. So, let's read Monster Needs Your Vote. It is by Paul Kazak, and illustrations are by Wendy Gibb. So let's see what this crazy monster is up to. Here we go, friends. Here's our cover page with our words. Monster needs your vote. All right, here we go. Monster needs to cast his vote to pick the president. Just like people are doing right now. Look at that crazy monster. I want to be part of this incredible event, I said to Monster. Don't be mad. I know it may sound mean, but you are not allowed to vote. You need to be 18. Then I will run for president, Monster said to me. Oh my. So the monster wants to be a part of the voting, but he's not quite old enough to do it. It's for adults or for bigger kids that are 18. So he chose instead now that he wants to be president. Oh my gosh. Let's see if he does it. Monster, what's your platform? Why should people vote for you? Summer should be longer and a fix is overdue. He grabbed a soapbox, went to town, and talked about the seasons. How summer should be twice as long, and listed several reasons. Oh my goodness, could you imagine having summer twice as long? Would you like that? I think it would be fun, but then I would miss getting back to school and having fall. Fall is one of my favorites, what we're in now. Silly monster, and these pages are silly today. All right, Monster's skills were filled with monster flair, but no one stopped to listen, and the people left the square. Oh, Monster, maybe summer isn't what the voters need. Perhaps a changed issue is what's going to succeed. Oh, so maybe people weren't as interested in a longer summer. Maybe they wanted him to talk about something else. What do you think he should talk about? What would you like to vote on? Dessert for dinner, Monster said, is where my passion lies. So Monster ran on eating sweets, which seemed a bit unwise. A chocolate cake on every plate, a pie in every pot. Dessert for dinner. Friends, if you had only dessert for dinner, what would you have? I think I would choose pumpkin pie because I've been craving that now that it's getting so close to Thanksgiving. Monster spoke at town hall, but his words were all for naught. I said to Monster, I don't think they're interested in treats. You'll need a different issue to get voters in their seats. So his idea on summer didn't work, and his ideas on dessert for dinner didn't work. Wonder what these people want to hear from him. I'm confused with politics and what it's all about. No one seems to like me, so I guess I'll just drop out. Monster looked discouraged and he was ready to resign. Resign is a fancy word for saying quit or not do it anymore. Oh, I think his friend's going to help him realize that he has other good ideas. But he became inspired when he saw a closing sign. The library is closing. That's a crime. That can't take place. To fail one's education is a national disgrace. Would you be so sad if the library closed? Where would you get lots of books or listening books on tape, or sometimes there's movies at the library? education or school is important. We started with a grassroots movement, going door to door with posters saying, "Reading turns your voice into a roar." Protecting schools and learning tools was Monster's major mission. And in debates from state to state, he crushed the opposition. That's what people cared about, education and schools. He's telling you that reading is important. Listening to teachers read and you reading at home, whether it's just looking at pictures and just opening a book, is so important. The voters loved his message and his campaign came alive. That is, until they realized he wasn't 35. That's a fun fact, friends. To be president of this country, you have to be 35 years old. So I couldn't be that. I'm not that old yet. You couldn't be that. You're not that old yet. But one day you could when you turn 35. Monster, you're not old enough to be president. The law's the law. We have to stop, and there is no argument. Oh, big bummer. He won't be able to be president. It's not about me winning, but the messages I convey. A fight for education, I hope it never goes away. Monster was persistent and his message kept on growing. So even though he couldn't be president, he said he was still going to fight to tell people that education and school is important, which is what's awesome to spread the word. Even on election day, there were no signs of slowing. Oh, wow. Monster made a difference, though he was too young to run, and Monster's war in politics had only just begun. Oh, wow. And it says at the end, grand reopening for the library. So friends, what do you think Monster learned? Even though he couldn't become president, what do you think he learned from this book? It's a tricky one, but I think that he learned that even if you're not old enough to do something yet, you could still work towards that goal. So if you want to be president someday, or you want to have a certain job someday, or maybe it's just simple as riding a bike, you have that goal, and one day you'll be old enough to do it if you just keep going down that path, practicing things that help you get to that goal. Okay, friends? So I thought that'd be perfect for today. You'll hear lots about voting, and think of something fun that you can vote at home. Maybe you could vote on dinner tonight. Say, should we have mac and cheese or grilled cheese, or have a fun vote at home? And now, friends, stay tuned. I will tell you all about your craft. You'll get to make a monster of your very own. So stay tuned for that. Okay, friends, this is what your craft is going to be. You're going to have a toilet paper roll and some construction paper, googly eyes, feathers, lots of materials, and you get to make your very own monster. Your monster could run for president, your monster could be a race car driver, your monster could be a tennis player, whatever you want your monster to be. Maybe it just is a monster and it just likes to say boo or roar. So you have fun, be creative, make a wonderful monster, and please share pictures so we can see. Have a wonderful day, friends, and I'll be back tomorrow. Happy Election Day.